Hey podcast fans, welcome back to Stories from the River. This is your host, Charlie Malouf. And what are we doing today? We're bringing you another behind the scenes episode following our Ron Carucci series. Today, we're gonna bring you the takeaways that we had after his talk. So we're gonna talk to Sarah and Joanna, Jeff, Nathan, Stacie, as they share the impact that Ron's talk had on them in this episode.
Welcome to Stories from the River, a show in which we go behind the scenes at Broad River Retail.
My name is Sarah Callahan.
My name is Jeff Willis. I'm a general manager at Dreamville.
My name is Joanna Innocenti. I work in the customer experience department.
I'm in the finance department. I'm assistant controller.
I'm one of the customer solutions professionals.
My name is Stacie Pittman.
So my name is Nathan Jeter. I am the general manager of the Ashley in Mooresville, North Carolina.
I'm currently the senior operations leader here at Broad River Retail.
I started in May 2022, so I've been here about a little over 2 years.
I've been here at the River since March of 2022, and it's just been amazing.
I started in August of 2021.
It's June of 2019.
I joined Broad River in May of 2022.
So it's been a good 5 years.
3 years now.
Really enjoyed it here. I've attended roughly maybe 9 in-person events.
This probably makes the 5th or 6th.
I think this is my 4th one.
This would make my 6th event, yes, in just 2 years, yes.
So I've been fortunate enough to attend 3 to 4 of them here in Fort Mill.
I've been really fortunate to be able to do so, and I'm really grateful for them.
I've been able to see Gary Ridge outside of Fort Mill and go to the Purpose Summit and some of the other events.
Yes, I did. It was an incredible opportunity. I learned a lot.
Yes, I did attend the Purpose Summit, and I saw Ron speaking. He was actually one of my favorite speakers there.
Yes, I did attend the Purpose Summit this year, and I got to see Ron or hear Ron speak.
Unfortunately, I did not get to attend the Purpose Summit this year, but I was really excited to see that we had it here.
I did.
What resonated with me when I heard Ron Carucci the first time, be who you say you are.
I've got several pages of notes in my notebook of Ron's talk from the Purpose Summit.
I would have to say, what is a seam?
So it was a different talk than it was at Purpose Summit, of course, but it was the seams of an organization.
Bias is a callus on trust capabilities.
Stitch the seams.
It takes a village, basically. You can't do it by yourself.
Once it starts, it just builds and builds and builds, and it does. There's never an opportunity to go away unless you go all the way back.
I think what resonated most with me about Ron's talk today was when he said blame is a surrogate for problem solving.
And how interdepartmental conversations and communications and how important it is.
Because it really kind of put in perspective, like, what am I doing to be a part of that seam, and what can I do to be a part of that foundation?
I know I'm in operations, so now we have to reach out to our supply team. It's good to know what our retail team experiences. How can we better ourselves in operations to make sure you all are good on your end?
You're easy to blame someone or something or an event or situation when there's a problem. So that resonated with me to really kind of rethink when I have a situation like that.
Just sheds a new light, new perspective on it for me.
Definitely looking at the point when he was talking about biases.
I think he said, whose they are you, is what he asked.
Having those hard conversations.
Saying, like, okay, I need to really step back and say, you know, what am I putting on to this person? Like, even if I had a bad experience with working with a particular employee, what can I do? What am I doing to foster and fix that? Or am I just sitting back and not doing anything?
Listening more.
I think the part of Ron's talk that will cause me to do more self-reflection is when he said trust is a currency, and we kind of all have different forms of currency, whether that's a character, competence, or compassion. So that I think I'm really going to self-reflect on what mine is and what others are.
I bear the burden of the responsibility to reach across departments and build some of these relationships back.
I'm getting others' point of views.
And that makes you reflect right there, because you immediately you go down that rabbit hole of whose they are you. What pain points is my area causing, and how can we be better?
Just the fact of open communication is what I'll be able to do today, immediately when I get back to the store this afternoon.
The communication with peers specifically, saying, okay, well, what is your perspective?
Building trust and making sure that I'm listening. I think sometimes I don't actually listen enough.
I think what I learned today that I'll be able to put into practice right away is when I'm approaching a situation or a problem is to really think about what value me and the person can deliver together and how we can get those results.
What am I holding on to personally that I can sit down and say, you know what, we're all in this together, so let's see how we can make sure that we're working together and efficiently.
Conflict is good.
So he said, if we broaden our we, you don't make the core values and our customer beliefs just words on the wall. You live them.
And sometimes I seem to get a little discouraged when there's conflict, but it's good. It opens up, all different types of thoughts.
Broadening those conversations and reaching out to departments that maybe you don't have as many conversations with helps us all get better and grow.
My favorite quote from today's presentation is when he said, when we align our seams together, then we can really be part of a greater purpose or a greater story.
Bias is a callus on trust capabilities. I think that's amazing. I mean, that quote resonated with me more. I think I wrote it down 20 times.
He said heroics aren't sustainable or scalable.
It was the stitching the seam, be a part of that stitch, so that kind of stuck with me.
People in retail and also in other departments feel like there are heroics on a daily basis that we do. And so to think they're not scalable or sustainable, it makes you think, okay, what do we need to do to make what we're doing scalable and sustainable? Do we need to change something? Is there something more we need to be doing?
Thanks for listening to Stories from the River. To check out more episodes, visit storiesfromtheriver.com. Join us again next week, and remember to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast.